Hey guys, this is Invalid Cola. I am going to do a Dota shoutcast for you guys today. It's gonna be between Sky and YB. This is supposed to be a pretty good game. I found it on Goose Gamers. Hopefully you haven't seen it yet, and maybe it's just that good that even if you have seen it, you want to see it once more. So let's get the game unpaused and underway, and I can ramble while both teams do the drafting here, because as we all know, Dota games tend to get pretty long and my hard disk space is pretty limited. So let's hope there's room for this entire game. Anyway, I just saw today that Dota 2 is coming out. That's of course the Valve Dota, made in cooperation with Ice Frog himself. So that should be pretty interesting. Obviously we all knew that it was coming out at some point, but there's some news out about it now. I guess it's official that they are indeed working on Dota 2, and there's even some pictures of like Morphling and Drow Ranger and Lina, all concept art. Of course there's no in-game footage yet, but they look really cool. You should check them out. There's links to them on Goose Gamers, of course. And yeah, it should become a pretty imba game. I mean, their philosophy, their design philosophy, is that Ice Frog pretty much made a really cool game already, so they're gonna make pretty much an exact replica of Dota, I think, which means that there's probably not gonna be new heroes like in Heroes of New Earth, and Dota is just gonna be completely replicated, but with a new, much better engine, hopefully better matchmaking features, everything that you could wish for. Hopefully they'll have the reconnect feature that Heroes of New Earth also has and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to Dota 2, and hopefully they'll have some good graphics and stuff. So hopefully it won't take too long before it's out though, because people are really getting impatient now, I think. But until that happens, we'll have to stick with the good old tried and true formula of Dota 1, I suppose we should call it. So let's just get down to business here. This is of course a game between JB and Sky, as I already noted, and it's supposed to be really good. I haven't seen it myself yet, so let's hope that's the case. Anyway, let's look at some of the heroes that have been drafted so far. Seems like Medusa, Admiral Proudmore, and Earthshaker have been banned for... is that Sky? I suppose that's Sky, yeah. Although the Stumpf, as the draft is called here, I haven't really heard much about these teams, guys, by the way, so apologies for that, but hopefully they're good. Anyway, it seems like Stumpf is indeed drafting for Sky, and their first pick will be Pugna. Meanwhile, it seems like JB will be going for a Vengeful Spirit as their first pick, and they've decided to ban the Windrunner, Necrolite, and Doombringer. Now they're picking up Shadow Fiend as well, so hopefully we'll see some interesting heroes. Obviously I already know the heroes because I looked at the replay description. Not much to see from that, by the way, but obviously I know which heroes they're going to be going for, so I'm pretty interested about this already. Witch Doctor and Morphling being picked up, so some pretty good heroes all around. And of course the new version of Dota is also out now with some, not just some interesting changes, but a hell of a lot of interesting changes. Probably going to change quite a bit. So yeah, actually, if any of you guys have any good or know any good replays from the new version, then you can send them to me if you want. I guess you can message me on YouTube. My account there is Invalid Cola, which you probably know because you're probably watching this game there right now. So if you've got any good replays or any knowledge of any good replays from the new version of Dota, then let me know. It could be fun to cast some of that, I suppose. Personally, I haven't really played Dota for some time, so I don't really know exactly how these new heroes, new mechanics and stuff like that tie into the game that has been introduced recently. So could definitely be fun. Anyway, it seems like Rest has picked up by YB, and Broodmother is gonna be banned for Sky here. We're looking for the last ban, which is indeed going to be Lena. Nope, not Lena. Crystal Maiden for YB here. Let's see what the last heroes that both of these teams decide to pick up. While I take a sip of my tea here. So yeah, for those of you who didn't watch my live cast, what was it, last Friday or something like that, I believe. Hopefully I'll be doing more of those in the future. You can find my stream on livestream/invalidcola, livestream.com/invalidcola, of course. Obviously there's not much to see when it's not live, but I think you can actually view the recorded videos, and I try to record all the videos that I do live, so I suppose you could go there and watch the stream from last Friday, as I believe it was. Pretty good games between DTS and I wanna say, actually I don't really remember who they were playing against, but it was in the Razer Global Challenge, and yeah, pretty good games, so go ahead and check that out on livestream.com/invalidcola. Drow Ranger, gonna be the last ban here for Sky, and of course Lion, gonna be the last ban for YB, and let's see what heroes they decide to pick up. Tidehunter picked up now for Sky. Anyway, yeah, what I was about to say, for those of you who didn't see that cast, it's been some time since I played or cast Dota myself, so hopefully I didn't miss out on too much stuff. I've been trying to do my homework, trying to get back into Dota the last few days/weeks. But yeah, there might be some stuff that I don't know. For example, I don't know these teams too well. Maybe they were around when I played/casted, but I seem to have forgotten them. I do actually know some of the players though. Benza, I remember, stuff like that. Some of these names definitely ring a bell. So yeah, but you know, I'm getting old. The memory is fading away of the good old times, but I suppose blobs of it will always stick, because this game is just that epic. In any case, yeah, I'm definitely hyped for this game, because there was a lot of cool comments on Gusto Gamers about it. Should be a good game. Priest of the Moon picked up for YP. Let's see what the last picks here. Actually, I'm just gonna go 2x here for a bit, because I'm so anxious to get the game started. Invoker picked up 3x now. And let's see what the last pick is going to be for YB here. They're running a bit low on time. They decide to pick up the Sand King. And now we can go back to, well, 2x until the heroes reach the lanes here, I suppose. So Invoker, that's pretty interesting. Sometimes since I've seen that guy in action. Seems like he's going to be going mid, while we have the Morphling and Witch Doctor heading towards down. They're probably going to have a tri-lane with the Tidehunter down there, and that is going to be a pretty tough one, because Morphling is actually quite a good hero in a tri-lane, especially because of the fact that he's also pretty late game orientated, so he's going to get a lot of farm and stuff from that, hopefully. Witch Doctor also really strong with his AoE heal, of course, and Tidehunter pretty tough to take down, armor reduction and a pretty good nuke to boot. Seems like YB will be going for the Sand King, Priest of the Moon combination down lane. Rasta mid, and Vengeful Spirit is probably going to be heading towards down lane as well. Let's see if she's going to be roaming or something interesting like that. And top lane we'll have the solo Shadow Fiend up against the solo Pugna. That should be interesting. Anyway, creeps are spawning at this very moment. Invoker getting ready for a little bit of a block here mid lane, and down lane they're pretty much hanging out behind the tower, not really wanting to risk going into the forest and getting first blooded early on. Sentry ward observer ward has been placed here though to give some extra vision. It looks like the Tidehunter might be going top along with... Oh, Vengeful Spirit is going top, so we're probably going to see a dual lane up here rather than two tri-lanes down lane. A little bit interesting, bit unorthodox I suppose, but should be cool to